I hope it doesn't rain more than 12 inches. That would mean that, might be pushing things back. We could use a little time. It was a good ball game, obviously. These two young men did a tremendous job in giving our team a big lift. Certainly Tyler going out there and doing what he did is something that you don't expect. You just got an outing from a young man that, number one, loves to compete, and he's always in control of himself and his emotions, and it's fun to literally watch him pitch. This young man here really set things in motion, kind of set a tone in the dugout when he hit the ball out. 3-run home runs are hard to get and very, very tough on a coach when it happens. I've had a number of 3-run homers against me. Good win for us. Got a long way to go. We know it's going to be an uphill battle. But as Seminoles, we're looking forward to seeing what happens.
Questions? Mike, when you think about a game like this, everything that was on the line, how did you like the start your guys got off to? It seemed like Tyler was able to move along, and it felt like once Jackson's 3-run home run came, and it seemed like it was kind of, all downhill for you guys from there in terms of getting to the finish line. Did you like the approach and what you saw for a full 9 innings?
You brought up a good point, but let me just add a little something to it. If you remember, we had a great at-bat by Cal Raleigh. He hits a bullet back up the middle. The pitcher makes a nice throw, catch, throw, double play. There was no, oh, here we go. It was, let's play baseball. It wasn't, I guess the only way you could compare it to a guy being wide up in the end zone early in the ball game and he drops it. It didn't bother us at all. We just kept back. Very pleased with that. We didn't start having pity parties. We continued to battle.
Jackson, yesterday, robbed of the 3-run homer. I don't know, it was close. I don't know if it would have got out. Today, to be able to get the chance again and come through this time, how much did that mean for you?
I mean, it's huge. Definitely went to the right part, so we could have robbed it. Yeah, it was just good fun.
Jackson, when you hit a 3-run homer like that, scored 3 runs with Tyler on the mound, is there a feeling in the dugout that that's going to be enough?
I mean, yeah, but I mean, it's baseball. Anything can happen, so you still got to go out there and you can put defense and play behind it. And then same thing for offense, just go out there and try to put good at bats.
Tyler, Tyler, with you today, I mean, I know we keep seeing these outings where you're able to get to a groove. Was this the best you felt all year, or was it up there, or how would you assess it? Because it seemed like everything was kind of working.
Yeah, I mean, I felt good. I don't know if it's the best I felt all year, but I definitely felt in control of all 3 of my pitches, and whenever I have that going and my defense is making plays behind me, it's fun to pitch. And seeing Jackson get that 3-run home run pretty early in the game, I mean, that's another confidence booster. Just kind of like you said, like if you can keep that momentum and keep playing downhill and getting quick outs and pitching to contact and not walking guys, not getting guys on base that way, making them earn everything. That's definitely the way we try to play, and so definitely having those. I can't remember. Steven made a heck of a play in right field in foul territory. I don't know if it's the same thing or not, but Walls, he made a tough play over in the shortstop bowl, and to get those 2 plays, I mean, definitely keeps you rolling as a pitcher, and the runs early in the game definitely helped.
It might be funny, but I mean, given the circumstances, did it feel like an elimination game, or did it just feel like another start for you?
Felt like an elimination game. I mean, if UCF, I mean, it felt like an elimination game to them. I guarantee they said that. And, we know what's on the line, and I mean, we know that you got to show up and play baseball and play good. And I mean, we're we rose to the challenge today, and but I mean that's baseball. We got to do it in less than 24 hours, you know. So we gotta go home and forget about this win, but move on to the next one.
Tyler, as the game was going on and you kept putting up zeros, was it important for you to want to go a complete game knowing what it would mean for resting the bullpen?
Oh, for sure. I was definitely, that was in my head. I mean, there was no conversation between the coaches and me, like, as the game went on, but, I mean, that was definitely in the back of my head as a response to, you gotta let me go, you gotta save the bullpen, you know, hoping that we play 3 more games this week. And, but that was definitely in my head. And getting those quick innings, leaving the 8th and 9th, I mean, they're rather quick innings, pitch count wise. So, I mean, that was important, and I was glad to get the complete game for the sake of the bullpen to move on to tomorrow.
11, when you are in such a do-or-die game, and you've got a guy that you mentioned is so in control of his emotions on the mound, how assuring is that to you as a head coach?
Tyler is the way you want every pitcher to be. He does not have the personality of Richie Lewis. Many of you may have heard of Richie Lewis. He had a nickname of Rooster, and it was appropriate. He never wanted to be taken out of a ball game. This guy is the same way. That is the kind of athlete you want. He wants responsibility. He craves to compete. There's some pitchers that will get to the 7th and kind of be looking out of the corners of their eye to see who's warming up. I've done my job. I got us here. That's not what athleticism is about. You compare it with the 2 major sports. The guy wants the ball inside 10 seconds. I'm gonna take this shot. A football player wants to run the football, or a quarterback wants to control the outcome. That's what Tyler Holton is all about.
Jackson?
Tyler, given your background and growing up here, what did it mean, one, to come through in that spot, the elimination game and all that, you know, you hear fans chant your name at the end and all that, that'd be a pretty special moment for you.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. They've actually called my name as a curtain call from a couple pitching outings this year, and I didn't know that they did that. I thought it was just home runs, but I mean, it's pretty cool, and I love it every time I get to do it. I'm sure Jackson would say he loves hearing his name called too, but definitely in this situation, the fans were awesome tonight. I mean, it seems like the whole stadium was the anal section. I mean, everyone was yelling around and getting into the game. But this crowd is always fun to play in front of, and I'm excited to come back out here tomorrow and have that opportunity. And today was a big win.
Jackson, for you, I mean, I know there's the home run, but what's it like for this lineup to get 6 runs, given that yesterday there were some struggles at the plate against Tennessee Tech?
It's definitely a nice feeling. I mean, I would never doubt this lineup. This lineup is very talented. We saw to put it together and see each pitch and take it slow. I mean, sometimes we go ahead of ourselves. And the best way we can play is play loose and see the ball hit the ball.
And as far as, I guess, that kind of playing loose, I mean, how much does it help to know that, you know, you're coming off back-to-back performances where, you know, Parrish has the stellar outing, now Tyler, I mean, how much confidence does that give you guys to know that, like, if there is a bad inning or two, you've got the sort of starting pitching that, you know, lately has looked really good?
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of confidence, but we still got the weather, like I said. I mean, we can't take anyone lightly. This is do or die now, so we just gotta go play.
Tonight, you've got an uphill battle, obviously, still win 3 more games, but you just won 40 games for the 40th straight year. Can you appreciate that in the moment right now?
I've been looking at it, I gotta admit. To say it doesn't mean anything, that's a lie. But if you compare it to where we are when we got the 40th, it doesn't mean anything. Because I want these young men to experience what a number of other young men have experienced with Florida State baseball. I want to see their face when they get off that plane in Omaha.
Tyler, your last 4 starts have been unbelievable. I mean, you've had stuff all year, but how do you feel you've progressed this season from a guy that has a lot of good stuff, good change-ups, to someone who's really putting it all together for 8, 9 innings at a time?
Biggest thing for me, and I mean, coaches kind of break down with me, was like the amount of strikes I'm able to throw with all 3 pitches. Earlier in the year, it's been sometimes it'd be a 2-pitch mix instead of a 3-pitch mix, and I mean that's a completely different approach if you're the hitter, and so that might be contributing to some of my not as great of starts, but definitely like that's I'm working on that in the bullpen and practice and whatnot of making sure that I'm able to throw 3 pitches for strikes, and I mean that's what our pitch coach preaches, and it's true. If you can control 3 pitches for strikes, I mean that's you're going to be a tough pitcher, and I'll definitely contribute that to recent success.
And for 11, how fast have you seen Tyler kind of mature from a guy who comes in with a couple of really good pitches to someone who's, like I asked him, putting it together for 8, 9 innings at a time?
He's done what many Seminoles have done over the years. They come in, they become acclimated, they get into a routine. They understand that the importance of, number 1, academics, number 2, baseball, and doing what they're supposed to be doing in that area to improve. And he has certainly improved from day 1. He's gotten better, and of course, success breeds success.
Mike, yesterday you didn't want to even look ahead to a potential game tomorrow. Who you might be throwing? Is it going to be Cole Sands tomorrow?
Cole Sands. No matter who we play, we're not deviating. We're Cole Sands.
If you get past that game, any thoughts on who you might throw in the afternoon game?
I can honestly say that if we have to use everybody to win the first game, we will. We're not looking to have a so-called starter saved. We're gonna do everything we can to win the game that we play tomorrow at 1 o'clock.
How nice is it to have a guy who's your Friday night starter most of the season available to pitch in the pitch game?
It's encouraging, especially the way Cole pitched last time.
Jackson.